Hello, everybody. James Daniel here. Welcome back to our beginner piano series, where our aim is to help you get the solid foundational knowledge you need to increase your chances of sounding great and being a better musician. And you are always welcome here. Once again, I'm James Daniel. In this lesson, we'll focus on four notes voicing, and by the end of the lesson, you will have a greater understanding of this voicing and know how to apply it on all keys. So, without further ado, let's get started. Before we talk about the four notes voicing, let's do a recap of the three note voicing we talked about in the previous lesson. So, what's the three notes voicing? This is an example of the three notes voicing. You have four notes here. Naturally, the bass plays the root and the fifth. So you have this, right? And there's something about the fifth. If you play your major seventh chord, you have the fifth here. If you play your dominant seventh chord, you have the fifth. But for most of the chords you play, you have your five as a static interval, right? So what happens now is the bass plays the root and the fifth. And as we all know, the bass would not play a chord, it will play a single note. So the pianist or the guitarist plays this because the third and the seventh determines the quality of every chord. When I say quality, this is a major seventh. You know it's a major seventh because of the third and the seventh. If I change this, you know it's a dominant because of the third and the seventh. If I change it to this, you know it's a minor because of the presence of the third and the seventh. If I play diminished, you know this is a diminished because of the presence of the third and seventh. So that's for the three notes voicing. What then is the four notes voicing? The four notes voicing is you have four notes. So there's a difference between chords and voicing. So when you have a voicing is like redistributing the chord. An example would be you have your major seventh chord. The moment I change from this to this ceases to be a major seven. This becomes a major seventh voicing. So that's basically what a voicing is. It's just a restructuring of a chord. So if we are to play a four note voicing, we start from here. Since the bass plays the root and the fifth, right? We have this. And for the second degree, which is a minor, the bass plays this and the root plays this, right? We're on the key of C. So what you do now is you take this note, bring it here. If you don't understand what I'm doing, you can go back to the three notes voice. I gave an extensive explanation to what we're doing now. This is the type A voicing, and this is the type B voicing. You have the one, the seventh, your third, this seventh and third, right? And you just add this. This is your fifth. So you have this as your D minor chord, which is supposed to just be this or this. But now there's a redistribution of the notes of the chord in different places. So you have this as your D minor. So if we were to do like a 2-5-1, we talked about it in the three notes voicing, where we did 2-5-1. We can actually do something like this instead of this. Just play this. If we then go to the key of F, let's say the two of F is what? G. So we have this. The bass plays the roots. You play the third and the seventh. You take the seventh and bring it here. So you have this 2-5-1 for a three notes voicing. But what do? We add the fifth. So you have we're moving in fourth now. If you go to B flat, right? The two of B flat is what is a C minor seventh. So if you have your C minor seventh, the third and your seventh, you invert it. So you have this. But mind you, you have the fifth, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do? You bring your fifth here. So you have 2-5. We have our 2 here. Right? How did you get it to? From D minor seventh chord. We have the third and the seventh, third and seventh. So we'll bring the 7 back here. So this is the type B voicing. The type A voicing starts from the third into the seventh. The type B voicing as the seventh here. Right. So if we have this, so we're supposed to have the fifth, right, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll put the fifth here. So you have 1, 2, 3. This two. If you're to play your five, you take this in the key of C. Like if you remember what we talked about in the three notes voicing, we said if you have this as your two, your five is you just move this. So you voice it from here to here. Because we are playing using the four notes voicing, we'll go back and we'll bring this the way it's supposed to be. Just removing just these notes. This is not changing because this is the ninth of the key of C. This note. So if you count it, 1, 2 is the second, and the second is a ninth on another octave. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have our ninth here. Right, so we have our two. This is root, seventh, third, our 12th, right, or our fifth. And we have the five. We just move this voice lead, and we have this. We're not changing anything. This is the third, this is the seventh, and the ninth, and back to our one. For the three notes voicing, we did this, then we brought it back, right? But for the one now in our four notes voicing, over here, we just bring these two, the four, bring it to the three, the six, bring it to the five. So you have 2, 5. If you go to the key of F, we do the same thing. G minor as your two. This is the third and the seventh. You bring the seventh here. Then you add the fifth. Then you have 2, 5. The five of F is C. So C dominant. Yeah, the five is always a dominant. 2, 5, 1. If we go to the key of B flat, we have 2. How did you get this? C minor, right? Then you bring the seventh, make sure the seventh is on top. Then you have this, add your five. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then your five, you go to your five chord, which is F. This is the third of F. This is the flat seventh of F. This is the ninth of F. Then come back to your one. And mind you, we're still talking about the major 2, 5, 1, the major three notes voicing and the major four notes voicing. We have the minor three notes voicing, minor four notes voicing. We're just focusing on the major for now. Then let's go to the next key, E flat. The two of E flat is this. What do? You have this, right? A flat and E flat, right? But what you do is, what's the seventh? The seventh is this, right? So you move this here, and the fifth of F minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have this. So this is your two. Your five is B flat. This is the third of B flat. This is the flat seventh of B flat, and this is the ninth. So you have this. Then your one. Go to A flat, the same thing. Yeah. Right. You have this. You do two. Your five is E flat. Two, because you have third and seven. But what you do is you move this and look for the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the third of E flat, E flat seventh, and the ninth. And you have this, and you have this as your one. Then if you go to C sharp, which is two, what you do is the third and the seventh, the most important. You take the seventh back, and you have your two, add the fifth, then your five, your five. This is the third of A flat, flat seven of A flat, the ninth of A flat. So you have this. Then if you go to the key of A sharp, the same thing. Third and seventh. Now make it seven and third, seven and third. Right, but add your fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mind you, for the two chord, we are using a minor scale, a natural minor scale. If you don't know what it is, we have a video that we um, talked about the three minor scales extensively. You can go back and watch it. Thank you. So two, five. So two, the five. This is the third of C sharp, the flat seven of C sharp, and the ninth. Then we come back to our one. On the key of E, we then have two. This is the two of B, right? So we have this, which is, well, we can start using the third, but we use the seventh first. So we have this. So what we can do is add the fifth, one, two. Then for the five, this is the third of F sharp, flat seven of F sharp, nine of F sharp. Then your one. Then we'll go to the key of E. This is your E. The two of E is what? F sharp minor seven. So you do your third and your seventh, or you then invert it to your seventh and third. Then you add your fifth one, right? Then you go to your five B, which is your five, and you have this. This is the third of B. This is the flat seven of B. This is the ninth of B. So then you come back to your one. Then go to your A, which is the second of A is B minor seventh. You have your third and your seventh. What you do is invert it, bring this, alright. Then you add your fifth. Then your five. This is the third, this is the flat seven, and this is the ninth of E. Then back to your one again. Then you go to the key of D. The second of D is what? E minor seventh. What you do is third and seventh, you invert it, bring this here, and you look for the fifth. Two, five, this is the third of A, and this is the flat seventh of A. This is the ninth of A. You back to your one. And the next is G. The second of G is what? A minor seventh. So you do the same thing. Third seventh. You invert it. You have your seventh and third. Then you add your ninth. This is the third of D, flat seven of D, and ninth of D. So we have a major 251 on 12 keys now. Let's do it in fourth. 2, 5, on the key of F. So, so here is a simple application for what we've talked about today. For your name is holy, holy Lord. For your name is holy. Four notes voicing. Holy Lord. For your name is holy, holy Lord. Oh, your name is holy, holy Lord. Oh, your name is holy. This is the fourth. Holy Lord. If you want to do, you can invert this. Still a four notes voicing, but inverted for your name. Holy, then five. So just experiment with this. It takes a lot of time to really get this in our fingers, but once you get it, it's so beautiful that you wouldn't want to stop learning. So we've come to the end of today's class, and like I always say, you have to practice. Everything we talk about would amount to nothing if no practicing is involved. So find a way to practice. Find a way to practice. So next time we'll talk about five notes voicing, then left-handed voicing. From there, then two-handed voicing. By the time we get to the two-handed voicing, everything begins to open up. This seems like nothing now till we get to the two-handed voicing. The same voicing you're doing like this. That's where you begin to play your own voicing, like to you create your own. Then you get to the point where you create your own voice, like holy. So things like that. It's not a big deal, but I just want us to go step by step, and that's. Thank you for joining today's class, and have a great